need your hand, so I was waiting for you to be. Now you good. All right, so what you going by tonight?
I'm going by Gifted.
All right, Gifted. Put your right hand up and your left hand on your word, wherever you decide your word is. All right, hold it just like that. Do you solemnly agree we have your permission to post this across all of our social media platforms?
You have my permission.
Is there anything, and I do mean anything, that's off limits you don't want us to ask you about?
Maybe. Can I give like a 50-50 on that?
Do you understand if there is something that's off limits that you could let us know? No, I want to pass.
Yeah,
or
hard pass.
All right, cool. Let's get it.
Is it something specific or you just don't?
I mean, I don't know exactly what y'all gonna ask me, so we won't know till we cross them waters.
Okay, player. Okay, literally it's no pressure. I'm your host, Bang 'em Bug.
It's your girl, Just K for real.
And we got a special guest here to introduce herself. So tell us where you originally from.
Good evening, everybody. It's your girl Gifted, and I'm born and raised in Swats, hailing from East Point, Georgia.
Swats Helen.
Okay.
That's what you said?
No, Swats hailing. Like
Swats.
I hail from East Point, Georgia. That's where I'm from.
Oh, from Swats.
You know how
Hailing from East Point.
When they
Okay.
be boxing, they be like, hailing from.
I'm crying. I don't watch sports and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm crying. Okay.
Okay, did you grow up with both of your parents?
I did.
And what's the relationship like with your dad?
I have a great relationship with my dad. I'm his little twin.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, he say I'm more like my dad than my brothers. So.
Okay, my dad called me his oldest son.
So give me some good game your dad taught you about life and men.
Ooh, come down to the brothers.
Okay.
Don't do anything for a man that a man wouldn't do for you. Like, pretty much don't, like, overplay your part, because, you know, when a girl likes somebody, we tend to just be like, you know, fuck all that. We gonna do whatever we want to do, because we like them regardless of what they got going on. So, if they not going above and beyond for you, do not go above and beyond for them.
Respect.
Yeah. Simple.
I'm saying not even once to see.
I mean, sometimes it's
Some
trial and
people have to
error.
see you do it, then they be like, oh, she.
Yeah, it's trial and
Like
error.
you going all out for scared, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So now he gonna be, okay, I'm gonna do whatever. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he was like that first. That's why I'm like this.
So the man gotta be like that first.
I mean, that was just. I'm a good person regardless. So.
Reciprocity.
Yeah.
The fuck that mean?
That mean, you know what I'm saying?
You get
you
what
got
you
to pour it
receive,
back, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Like you want to
You
give and
gotta pour
receive
it
the same energy.
Yeah, so, because some people be like, God to send you a good person, and they think you a whole lick, and they try to use you up.
Yeah.
So eventually you got to cut that out, because obviously you don't know what you got. And I ain't about to let you just use me up like that, you feel me?
Okay, so who was you a lick to at first? You been a lick to somebody?
A few times, but I'm doing better than they are now, so I ain't tripping.
Give me an example of like being somebody lick, like what you would do for them.
You know, you going through life, I'm gonna look out for you in certain ways. Like, you know, you need a job, I got connections, I help you get a job. Like, you know, I'll be your confidant. Like, you know, you might have had a hard day. You know, I'm gonna be there for you, you know, kiss your tears, you know, give you a chest to lay on. Like, you hungry, I'll feed you. You need shelter, I'll provide you somewhere to stay. Like, that kind of shit. Like,
Hold
stuff
it
you're
down.
supposed to do.
Right.
Y'all committed. Okay.
We was.
Yeah, you do all that. Okay,
We was. Okay, set it straight.
a traumatic experience we went through as a child and as an adult.
We'll do the adult one. We'll say child one for later. A traumatic experience I went through as an adult, the death of my grandmother. You know, I've had experiences with death, like when my grandfather passed when I was in middle school, I think. It was around that time in middle school. I was able to pick his clothes out. But when my grandmother passed, it was abrupt, and she was still warm when we got there. You know, she had vomit all in her nose, her mouth was still open. Yeah, like she was freshly dead, and I had never been that close to death like that. So it kind of stuck with me for a minute. And plus, you know, I was getting my life together so I can also help her out, because I still help my living grandmother out and look out for her, and I wanted to be able to do that for both of them. But I was too busy trying to, you know, build my career as a hairstylist and an artist and everything, and that that kind of just blew my mind to see something like that, like out of nowhere, like a lot.
Not as a lot. What?
Go ahead.
I was about to say, I saw my grandmother like take her last breath. My great grandmother take her last breath, so I feel that. It's
Oddly, like most black people, I found a way to make light of it, even in the midst of the situation. Like, I looked around the room for an angel number, and I seen it on a pack of paper towels, and I was like, oh, her spirit good.
What was the number?
222.
Oh, okay.
That's my number.
Nice.
So,
What's it mean?
it's more so like balance, kind of like the equal sign. That's really what that means, like calmness and everything. So that's the trick to me.
Okay. Okay. The last time you gave somebody the benefit of the doubt and you regretted it.
Okay.
December 2020.
Okay. Not the date.
And what happened?
Everything under the sun.
Elaborate. Care to elaborate?
I ain't gonna go into excruciating detail, but you know, I tried to be reasonable and listen to and believe someone's words, but their actions didn't match, and I was pretty much saying, you know, you gotta stop lying to me. It's
Is it
not
a relationship.
Yeah, it was pretty much a relationship.
She was pretty much like, so it wasn't like,
We were heavily dealing with each other.
but y'all
He had a
together.
baby mama, so I wasn't gonna, like, I wanted us to be together because me and him knew each other before him and her had kids and everything. Like, we were together and all of that, but we, tried again. He was definitely a great friend. He was a great support system. He provided me with a lot of insight and motivation as far as my music went. But he couldn't keep his dick in his pants, and he couldn't stop lying. So things got a little ugly, and I never really get my get back. But after overly giving somebody the benefit of the doubt and letting them know, like, shit can get crazy, shit got crazy.
What was the crazy?
Angel's Heart.
I don't know what that means.
That whole song was the result of that whole situation.
Oh, okay, your song. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was the result of that. Like,
so what's the worst thing you ever did on some get back?
I got an abortion and set the nigga clothes on fire in my mama's driveway.
I'm saying an abortion could be a blessing to some guys.
I mean, it was, because honestly, I didn't think I could have kids for a long time. And then I got pregnant, and I thought about keeping the child, but then I kind of seen a flash into what my life would be like had I kept this child, and I wanted to so bad, but I knew it wasn't going to be good for my seed. I wasn't going to bring my baby into no hot ghetto bullshit, and they deserve the best life, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't going to allow no nigga to try to run me through a child, because it's a lot. Not even just men, like women do it too. Like, you feel like because you got a kid with somebody, you can try to manipulate them into what you want them to do. And I'm like, it's not gonna go down like that. And I'm not competing with your ghetto ass baby mama. So, no.
Okay.
So you don't feel like abortion is wrong?
I don't believe in abortion, but when you grown, you gotta do what you have to do sometimes.
So you had to kill it?
I had to, but I wouldn't do it again.
Unless you had to.
If it was life or death, yeah.
That was life or death, you feel?
No, it wasn't life or death. It was either I was going to stunt my growth or I was going to keep growing.
It was life or death. It was good life or death.
Riley will be back. It was a beautiful thing though. Like, I don't see how people be like, I don't know, how do you not know you're pregnant? Like,
My mother didn't know she was pregnant for like a long time. She didn't get big. She still had a period. So it'd be like that. That's like my biggest fear. Is like
I'm saying though, like, even before I was for sure that I was, I had a notion. I think we just be tuning shit out. Especially, black people. We be going through so much shit. It's like, I don't know, maybe I just got heartburn. I was just eating some motherfucking spaghetti and that red sauce was fucking with me. Nah, baby, you was pregnant. What are you talking
you feel
about?
that shit.
You definitely feel that shit, like, but we so used to putting so much shit to the side, like,
that's crazy.
and then be shocked when you find out what's really going on. So if
fake
you
shock.
feel some weird, fake shock. So if you find out some shit going on,
If it feels
Like,
weird,
oh,
you're pregnant.
It's mostly, that. No wonder that's what was going on versus,
Mm.
oh my God, I'm pregnant, girl. Nigga, y'all out here fucking like rabbits in the springtime. So how you not know you pregnant?
That would be my reaction.
Who was the girl I used to deal with?
I wasn't even mad. I was like, shit, hey, I got something to tell
I
you.
would break down.
Pick all these sticks. Like, we was eating Chick-fil-A together, and we was both like, this Polynesian sauce ain't hitting like you usually do. I was like, hell yeah. And then, nigga went to sleep, went to pee on the sticks, and I was like, hey.
Welcome. What you about to say? This girl you mess with?
Yes, the one you hired. But
She would always get pregnant. Like when I was always hitting her, but the dude she used to deal with, he used to hit her raw, and every time she would get pregnant, like she would cry, like she didn't want the baby.
So she kept having babies?
Yeah, she had 4, and she finally got a tubes out, but she would cry like every time she found out, like it was like the saddest shit ever.
Just to go through the same thing over and over.
And the nigga was trying to get her pregnant, like.
And she's still having sex with him.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been that sad.
mm.
I was like, girl, you like it.
Maybe it was tears of joy or something.
Probably.
I feel like we should have never tried to, have relations and be in a relationship again. Like, because we're great friends, but you ever seen the movie Hancock? You're around each other too long, you start to die.
Yeah, they started, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of
So you started what?
Die.
deteriorate, things start going left.
Never
missed
seen
that part.
You strong separately.
Every time when he got close to his girl, they would start like deteriorating.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, that was like the main part. The main.
Mhm.
I forgot.
You ever seen Alicia Keys' video to She like, never mind. I'm not
Never
gonna
see
try
me.
to.
You talking about the one with you
Not-
was dating a white guy? Never see me again.
No, it's. I'ma find a way to make it without you. She used the same theme from Hancock on her video.
Yeah.
She tried to touch the dude and his face started like breaking up.
Mhm.
Okay,
Damn. I'm sorry, my brother called him a fuck nigga.
I'm crying.
Oh, so have you ever got your brother to like beat up somebody for you? Or is he with all that shit or he's just talking?
He's with it, but after he went to jail and everything. So my I had an ex near and dear to me. He's in jail now, but he chose the streets. So I found out where he was. Like he cheated on me and chose all that other stuff. Really tried to make and it was at the beginning of my hairstylist career and everything. And I was trying to get my brother to help me roll on him. My brother got scared because I was so upset. But he's definitely the kind of guy that you do something to any female he love and care about, he's going to lengths to make sure you're gonna pay for it.
What you get scared of?
Me.
Oh,
He never seen me act like that before.
like fuck this, we about to kill this nigga.
I was like, man, fuck that shit. I know what that nigga had, bro. Let him roll on his. I didn't have no shoes on. My brother had a truck. I was just ready to go because I was so heartbroken. You ignoring me and shit. You making all these excuses. There's no reason for you to be doing what you fucking doing. And you slipped up by leaving my phone number attached to your Uber Eats account, and they called me and told me where you was at. At that point, I didn't give a fuck what I was gonna run into. My brother, he just kept opening and closing it. You know how you just check the refrigerator for no reason? He kept doing that. He was like, I don't know, little sis, listen, you go down here, I take you down here. We roll on this nigga. You see the bitch in the room. Y'all motherfucking get to fighting. You go to jail for assault, and you got them trespassing. Think about all this. I didn't care at the time. My heart was broken. I needed you. I needed your help, and you slid on me for a quick lick.
Mm.
I was thinking long term. You was thinking right now.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of time, right now don't last.
That's probably better for you though.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh yeah, you said he in jail.
Unfortunately,
Hey.
he had a great future ahead of him.
So you would do all that for somebody ignoring you though?
Well, we were together for 4 years. That's a lot of life to give to somebody. That was my support system. That was my backbone for a little bit. That was my best friend.
I don't think I commit a crime because
When you in the heat of the moment and you ever heard the term hell hath no fury?
Yeah.
That's the beginning of it. I was thinking about that phrase before. And I was like, whatever the beginning say, but a woman's
once I
corner.
calmed down and everything, I mean, I was still hurt, but it was like, I'm kind of glad I didn't go that far because it's really not worth it. After you do all that crazy shit, it's like, man, why the fuck did you let somebody allow you to go out like that, you know?
I ain't never
Yeah, so would you ever go
like pull up on.
crazy because somebody was fusing to?
And I'm not gonna do it because of nothing. Like, fuck it. It is.
Well,
What
we
it
were
is.
like, because I tried to break up with him at the time, and he told me no. So if you don't want to leave me, why the fuck would you want me to stick with you through this bullshit? Like, it's like,
That would have been my excuse. Oh well, you went over there. You don't want me no more. It's cool.
and that's what I said. But it's like,
And he was like, "No, we still together." I'm like,
you
"No,
know, a
we
lot
can't
of
be."
old ass couples, they used to tell them, you know, young black girls to put up with shit because they put up with shit. No, no, baby.
Your auntie was telling you that?
No,
Your parents was telling
no.
you? Oh.
I ain't never heard
The
this.
two women I looked up to, they ain't even on this earth no more. They didn't play that shit.
Oh, okay.
They didn't play that shit
So
at all.
where'd you get that idea?
I got a lot of kind women around me that deal with shit like that. Like it's not a lot, you know. My big sisters, they're sweethearts, you know. My mom's
They
a
be going
sweetheart.
through stuff.
They be going through stuff. I'm used to seeing that, and I don't like seeing it. You know, I vowed to once, you know, I have my kids and everything. I'm gonna change that narrative, and I want my baby sisters because they seen me go through a lot of shit too. But they also know big sis don't take no shit.
Oh,
So-
you got kids?
No,
She said what she had.
I got nieces and nephews and baby sisters. Them my kids. I ain't gotta have none. There's enough kids in my family for me to go borrow anytime, any age.
Okay, is it true that a person who acts like they don't care, they really hurt deep down?
Nope.
Yeah, and sometimes in some cases it's a defense mechanism.
Yeah, I was just talking about me specifically.
Yeah,
Honestly, if
you
I don't
saying-
care, I'm not gonna act like I care.
I don't care about nothing. Earlier we talked about.
She been hurt a lot too. When she tell you all this shit, you be
I
like,
really haven't though. Like the only thing bad you hear me talk about is my one ex. Like even when I talk to my uncle, I talk to him like 24/7 now. He be like, that dude had a lot of impact on your life, but a lot of stuff don't even be negative. I be talking about stuff I learned while I was with him and stuff. But I don't really have a lot of hurt. It's just
I'm saying with your family.
maybe, but I don't know. Like I'm really good at blocking it out. I have to sit down and really think about something that possibly hurt me for me to feel hurt from some stuff. But I think that did teach me to not care. So earlier we were talking about I had on my show Uniqua, and she was like to basically prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That's a bad way to live. And I'm like, preparing for the worst and hoping for the best is like, that's realistic.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause everybody gonna do what they do. You can't just hope everybody's gonna be
Why
great.
you be hurt honestly because they be holding on to shit. Like let this shit go.
Yeah.
Like you live and you learn. Like I wish I had this mindset in my early 20s and my teenage years, but you know it takes for you to live and to learn.
Yeah. So I really don't care. It's like it might work, it might not. But I'm gonna keep on doing what I gotta do. I'm happy within me.
Hey Shayla.
We have fun all day. Like we have fun all day long.
Mhm.
So I'll be chilling.
I like to have good times.
You know?
Yeah, like
I
let's kick it.
think that'd be wise. Like you have a daughter. Like if she do meet a nigga who like got all this money, tell her to make money from home, but still do that housewife shit, and he just up and decide to leave you. You just ain't fucked up. So
I
that's
preach
hoping
that,
for
though.
the best. You know, prepare for the
Yeah.
worst type shit. So.
I used to tell my ex that all the time, like, make your own money. I'm gonna make my own money. So in the event that you get fucked up, I can still
I got
hold your
your
shit
back.
down until you get back on your feet. That's the most logical way to think as a unit. Like,
And you don't ever want to be left for dead. Like people change all day, every day. You're not gonna never leave me on my ass, on my behind. Excuse me. I'm trying not to cuss.
So did you tell her that didn't really make sense, or what was your response?
We were talking about so many things at one time that I didn't get on that
She
one.
was trying to over talking you and shit.
She was well. If I would be like, hold on, then she would stop. But that topic was minuscule compared to like the other stuff that was going on in the room during that. Like when she said that, so I was just trying to hone in on the big things. But yeah, we had that conversation because the certain things I was like, okay, because she went back and ran the tape, and so I was like, yeah, you did say this, but you could have said it this way. You did say this, but you could have said it that way. So I gave her some
I want
feedback.
to say this about that. she act like she a psychiatrist when she never studied or nothing. I could say, oh, I only eat Doritos. She'd be like, oh, that's from when you was a child, and this is why you do this, and this is why you do this, and that's why you doing that right now. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it was like she was just doing too much.
Yeah, it's because she speaks in absolute when she speaks instead of saying possibly or maybe and leaving room for error for on her own end. She's like, yeah, this is what happened. I'm like, you can't speak like that because you don't know.
And another thing too, really intelligent people, they could diss you without you noticing.
Mhm.
But bitch, you ain't that intelligent to
Well,
diss
damn.
me, and I'm not, and I don't
Picking
notice
it up.
when she said I'm simple minded. That's why I'm like, brother, you dissing me, but she trying to act like it's cool, or I'm just like.
From her perspective, she thought that she said what her clarification was. She didn't think that she said it the way that she said it. But when she wrote a tape back, she said, "You men
It's kind of
are
like based
simple
on
minded."
perception.
Yeah, exactly. Like based off of, and that's why I'm like, okay, open it up.
Mm-hmm.
Stop speaking from your perspective as if that is the end all be all. Speak from your perspective, but give that disclaimer. Well, in my life, or from my perspective, or in my opinion, people can be, not are. Once you say are or you is, all that stuff, that's certain.
Communication can be tricky though, because sometimes when the I statement is misused. Sometimes you just trying to let somebody know. Well, from like how I feel at the same time. I'm not trying to make this about me, but I want you to know how I feel, just like you want me to know how you feel.
Exactly.
But when somebody hear you make I statements, they like you being selfish. You making this all about you. I don't like when you say. I'm like, comprehend.
And right, but it just depends on what words you choose, right?
Yeah.
In order for everybody to get
But
it.
it feels like, I think it feels like comes off better than I feel like.
Right. Yeah. It can be, or just not directly something, or absolutely this one thing. Leave some openness there.
Yeah.
And when women be trying to call me stupid, I'm gonna bring up your daddy not wanting you. I'm gonna bring up all that old goofy shit I shouldn't have. But you jabbing at my intelligence.
Okay.
So that's how I end up. That's what make women want to hit me, because I know I can get you back, bitch. You trying to make me seem like I'm stupid or something, but you see, I was like, I ain't even gonna say
You
that.
said, I'm gonna let you
have
have
anger. Like,
he be
this
back.
your daddy and he gonna want you. Like, damn.
Okay.
You gonna be alright.
Okay. Calm down.
Pause.
I'm cracking up.
Okay, I still like it though. I just feel like
Nah, I think that
it's like that Coco shit. You say something and they just kind of overdo it type shit, but
based on their personal experiences.
yeah. Okay, 3 things that
And
got
Wozine said hi.
Wozy. Oh yeah, I know her.
Yeah.
I think I tried to holler at her or something.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I did.
That's the co-host.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the co-host. Gotcha.
Okay, she what?
The Beautiful.
She cool. She used to I think she used to host the ATL Web Radio for like a little while.
She hosts with
Certified Love.
Yes. Certified Love. The one
Oh, that's her?
Yeah, they
co-host
co-host
Sexiest
together.
Lingerie Podcast.
Yes.
So you went in lingerie? Or you was
No, I had on the outfit.
Oh, it's BLD
You ain't
Radio.
participate,
She hosts
you
on
just showed
BLD
up.
Radio.
They had on, it was a pajama party.
I had on the whole onesie.
Yeah, she had on a onesie.
Yeah. Rain tie-dye onesie. I love colorful shit, so.
I thought she was gay. I thought she was
Hey, I'm used to that. I've been called gay since elementary school.
I'm cracking up. You not gay? Oh,
Kinda
okay, just
gay.
a little bit. You dabble.
A little sugar in my tank. I like nice sugar. Now, not too diabetic, just enough sugar. I'm like honey.
Honey.
Agave, you feel me? That's the
She
right.
talking about agave.
Yeah.
Not diet honey.
No, not diet, but there's different kinds of sweetness.
I mean by agave.
You got raw sugar. You got
Here she go.
molasses.
Here she go.
You got white sugar. You got turbinado sugar. You got coconut sugar. You got honey, agave.
So that's like
sweet and low.
You'll mess
That
with a
shit
girl,
nasty.
but you won't like marry one. You kind of saying.
I would marry whoever wants to marry me. Like I like who like me.
Would you marry a transgender?
No, I won't.
Would you fuck? I mean, dang.
You meant what you said.
I'm trying not to cuss.
You meant what you
Would
said.
you have sex with a transgender?
I like a guy. So if I want to be with a guy, I'm gonna be with a guy. If I want a woman, I'm gonna be with a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big old tomboy, but at the end of the day, I know that I'm a woman. And I love my trans people and everything, but I just like what I like.
So no.
No.
Okay. Everybody feel like they gotta give an explanation when you talking about trans people and stuff.
I don't know. Why does everybody have to throw that when you say you like what you like, when you know you find out I'm bisexual and shit? Why you gotta throw everybody throws the T card? I don't think that's fair to them.
Why?
Cause they don't cause they supposed to count as either one.
No, it just why the fuck does everybody seem to just okay, when you find out people like what they like, we just gonna throw the
It's how you use it. You know when people say I'm fluid and stuff like that. So if you're like I like who
I don't
like
know,
me,
because I have thought about dating trans men.
meaning they turned into a man.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't.
I'm like you're masculine presenting, like you know.
It's like dating a stud.
Yeah. But a man stud, like you got a stud, you got a butch woman, like well, them butch women, them that's a nigga. I mean, that's a young man.
Some trans people be totally different people.
Like if I'm dating you and you're like masculine presenting, like I'm like I want to ask questions because you're gonna ask me questions, especially when you find out I like both. So I feel like I gotta ask you questions too. Like, so is this what you want to like? Have you considered that? Is this what you want to do? How do you want me to address you? How do you want me to respect you so that I can know how to move with you? You know,
trans men got little penises though, cause it's a clip.
They get an
you can
implant.
go buy dick at the store.
You get an implant in your clitoris.
I'm saying,
Don't you leave?
I'm saying, don't they get like dick implants?
All I know is that they get rid of the other parts of the coochie and they
But see,
use their clit.
sex not that serious to me.
Everybody be coming on here talking that bull.
No, I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass serious.
You guess because you're not getting no good sex.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
That is not
Go
true.
into detail. How she know if she getting that good? Talk to
Because
her.
that's when it's not important to you. It's when it's not hitting. If it's not hitting, it's like, I don't need it right now. If it was hitting, you'll be like, hell no, I need that.
First of all,
Good
I
to
know
make
what
it
I
come
got
back,
to
right?
offer. I know what I got to offer. So,
Okay.
like, I'm not finna. It's just not that important to me. Everybody just makes sex the fucking.
No, I'm not saying
I like intimacy, like, cause it turned me on when you can control that urge, cause it just made me want to hop on you even more, like.
But what if you try to hop on them and they like, nah, I'm good?
It's a turn on for me. Like, okay, that's cool, cause I'm gonna be good too. Cause when you try to hop on me, I'm gonna pull the same card. Like,
Is it a turn on if
never...
you can't get hard?
Huh?
Is it a turn on if you can't get hard too?
Oh, you need to go see a doctor, or you probably not attracted to me. And if you're not, let me know that. Cause
it's just not that important to him.
You could be with somebody where the sex is not that important, and the dick still get hard. You just have to know how to go around that shit. Like you see a pothole in the street. You gonna go run over that pothole?
Yeah, if you're in a good truck.
Yo!
Oh
my God!
So what you trying to say? You got an expedition. You holding the Cadillac Escalade. You gonna ride over the pothole.
That car I got now, I go pothole.
So you got Honda?
No, he's driving a Challenger.
Y'all missed the whole joke.
I'm cracking up. Said the Honda.
Yeah, the Honda would take up.
So he said he gonna drive over that. He gonna drive over that
He
pothole.
said,
That pothole. He said he got the expedition. He got an F-450, big U-Haul on the track. Like
I think I got rid of my expedition.
I need that clip right there. Putting that on a shirt somewhere.
Okay, 3 things a guy can do to make you catch feelings.
3 things that guys can do to make me catch feelings.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know one now.
What's one?
Now you tell me and then I'll tell you my answer.
Genuinely care. Pay attention to what I say. You know, pay attention to what I say.
Yes.
Make your actions meet your words. That's it.
That's simple.
That's that simple.
What about you, Kay?
Like the same thing she said. I don't know.
Just care, be consistent.
Genuinely care.
Yeah, like
Words meet your actions.
listen
Yeah.
So you can fake care?
Yes.
Y'all got
Niggas do that all the time. They be trying to fake care their way into some coochie and then act like another
I'm
motherfucker.
like, you done fake care before, bruh.
You sure have. I know you done fake care.
What? Hold on, wait a minute. That was so disrespectful. What the fuck make it look like I be fake care?
You hasn't, for real. You didn't fake care. You didn't say, it's somebody that text you or something and you didn't told somebody you love them or something like that, and because you know you could hit.
I mean, if I love you, I mean, I usually don't stop loving you, but I just can't fuck with you like that.
So you really like the person, you didn't love them.
I still love them, but I can't fuck with you like that no more.
After what?
But you know you gonna go hit that joint.
Like my ex-wife, I still love her.
So did you love her before you hit?
It's his ex-wife.
Yeah, I loved her for real. Like, cry when she leave. Like, when a motherfucker leaves you, you get sick. Like, so I loved her. Like, but I still love her now, but I can't fuck with you like that.
That's a different type of relationship, though. But you didn't.
I'm saying, like, you talking about fake caring. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or fake gave, you know,
like you fake paid attention to
interest
her, okay, you know
into
what I'm saying?
something.
You try to finagle your way into that box.
I usually pay attention. I just normally do that. So, I mean.
So you a woman
No, because I pay attention.
No,
I just
I'm
normally
just asking,
do.
I'm fucking with you.
I just normally pay attention though. Like, because
a
woman will really tell you who she is too. Like, they'll kind of tell you what they'll do without really saying it. Like,
and men will do that too.
You got to pay attention. Like a guy was on this show, he was saying he was with his girl. He was like, "Yeah, I was using her for money and shit." And I was like,
"That's that survival mode bullshit." A lot of people do that though. There are a lot of survival mode relationships out here. Like they can't even stand each other, but these motherfuckers need somewhere to stay. They need food.
Damn, that's like the story of my life. A begging motherfucker.
Oh my God,
homosexuals.
Yes, no, I don't want that. I don't want that in my life at all. Like. You gotta match me, man,
really
or at least have the effort.
That's heavy in Georgia.
That's just everywhere.
Especially the people, I mean, but Georgia, don't be from like New York. Don't be a man from like New York or DC. And you coming out here, they're gonna be like, yeah, you can find you a job real quick. They like to cook for people. They like to take care of men. They gonna come down here and look for somebody that they can get taken care of.
Cause women do it, you know, especially a nigga like extremely handsome. Like girls take a whole bunch of bullshit.
You gotta fix that shit. Looks ain't nothing, baby. You could be cute as hell and have the worst hygiene.
Women feel like they can fix it.
And they be dirty. Ooh.
Bitch, your name is not Bob the Builder.
Hello. Ooh.
Do you work for Home Depot?
Okay,
is your name Jesus?
Who is this nigga was dirty? Because you obviously had a dirty nigga. Who?
I hear a lot. I do hair, baby. I hear a lot of stories. And that don't mean I dated somebody dirty because I make analogies. Like
I'm just asking you. So
you been at the club. You ain't never been at the club, right?
Here she got. She was ready to set up a story.
You ain't never been at the club, right?
What club you was at?
It'd be different clubs. Like I've been to a lot of different clubs, but you ain't never been in the club and motherfucker like from a distance they look like they putting on and shit like that. Like I be going to have a good time. I'm scary. I don't like taking. I don't believe in taking nobody home from the club. Like that's weird to me. I don't even like date naps. But then you get close to him and you realize, oh my God, this nigga is a whole bunch of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
How long you had them draws?
Oh, you smell like doo-doo?
They just look like they've been through a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That shirt look like it been through a lot. Like if the lights was on, you would see little brown like the club lights be doing a lot. It be females like that too. Like fuck around and go to the club 2 consecutive weekends in a row. I'm like, I know I see that dress look. Not even the bitch face look. That dress look familiar.
I'm crying. She gonna ask.
What's up? Okay, what?
Not that. I was just laughing. It's funny.
Get it out, okay?
I'm crying.
Okay, I wasn't prepared when this person switched up on me. Give me a story.
I don't really have one actually.
Nobody never switched up.
I mean, of course they have, but it was like, you know, you gotta expect not to expect. Like you kind of know. Sometimes you have a feeling, so it's not nothing that I'm surprised about. Like people gonna do what they do. So
you know what's coming. You just stay with them until they do it.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You do that, gang? You see it coming?
Everybody unintentionally has, stuck around in situations where they know they shouldn't have. But as life goes on, you see the truth.
Sometimes you just let it play out. You
Yeah,
might like
love
Got
makes
to
you
see it
live,
through,
my
boy.
boy.
I'm cracking up. You said, do I wait to see if people gonna fold?
Yes, homosexuality.
I mean, you see it falling apart, but you just stay with them until it's just like that big moment to where you be like, man, fuck it. Like, what?
I just been in that one situation. I was hoping it would fall apart. Like,
Damn.
but like joints will pop up, and I'm like, what's up? What's she doing? What she got going on? We need a roommate. What's good? I be hoping like you cheat on me or something like that.
Not you hoping,
Bruh, like, I was so mad at the time.
Like
I got
person was
mad
trash?
at you. Yeah, he was trash.
So just like you already put all the bullshit on.
I was trying to
that
put
was your
him on
defense
somebody else. He was on me. He didn't want to leave. I needed
like
him
a
on
lot of
somebody
people
else.
like that. You be like, nigga, go on back to your little whoop the whoop.
For real, I felt like him because when we first started talking, his ex was like kind of trying to hit me up and act like that's her man and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, I was like, that's not. I'm like, this not my man. This is your man. He cheated. But I was mad afterwards. I'm like, she done bamboozled me. I'm over here holding them, keeping them and shit. I should have been sending them back to her. But I was trying initially. I was like, man, get him. He won't leave. But yeah, she definitely, after that, it became a fight. It's like, nah, this is my nigga now, you know? And then she tricked me. Jedi mind trick. Later on, I'm like, nah, I should have left her where he was at.
Yeah, you gotta throw the fish back in the water.
Yeah. I'm saying it's normal to want something that leaves you, even though it's bad for you. You want it once it leaves.
A lot of
people
they chase the fantasy. A lot of people chase those fantasies.
It ain't never leave. But yeah, I mean, everybody want what they feel like they can't have. I feel like
that's so awkward to me, because God will bless you with what you can have and what you should have, and you gonna go after something that you can't have, and then you wonder why your life fucked up.
That takes growth to get there, to understand that. You're not coming out the coochie understanding God.
Nobody coming out the coochie.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to go through high school relationships. You're probably going to go through college relationships.
I got a question for the niggas. Boy, why do y'all hold on to some shit that hurt you in high school? You know how many heartbreaks us ladies have had in high school?
Because that's what it's going, I guess he's going to see with you and make you deal with women a certain way. Like,
but what about
that's what we saying. Like,
us?
why? Because y'all going to be the same ones. Oh, I'm not like everybody else. But then that one hoe crossed you out in high school, and now I gotta be like her.
And then people have been going through so much as children that we didn't know about. We just showed up to school and existed. You don't know what that motherfucker was going through behind the scenes. And you took that shit way too personally.
I don't hold on to nothing like.
I don't know. That's not a great time to hold on to things.
Prepare for this whole shit I'm about to get.
Okay.
That's what they usually be on.
They hoes. I'm cracking up.
Name drop, bro. I'm listening.
Okay, I was at work too, and this girl, she left a note in the truck, right? And another driver left a note saying some other shit, and she was in the office saying, "Oh, he's sassy." And I'm like, so, and then I was listening to an interview too. It's like when a man does something petty, it's like being replaced with sassy now. Like, so what y'all think about that?
It just depends on the level of it. Like, because you would just call it like some B stuff, like a B word. You acting like a B word. Men
aren't taught to regulate their emotions properly because they've always been taught, feeling shit is negative from a young age. We're the ones that are deemed emotional and less logical. Men are deemed more logical and less emotional. So they get older and they go through life and shit like that, and they don't know how to really put that shit out properly. So it comes off to some women or some people. They put the wrong names on the shit.
I feel like it's another way for them not to, we shouldn't be expressing how we feel, like, type shit. So you acting like a sissy or you sassy, because you shouldn't be doing no emotions.
I think emotions are emotions, but they've been split down the middle so much. Like, niggas can't feel shit too. Like, why? Because he feeling something, like, not justifying certain things, but he's feeling something he never truly got to process. And it's being called feminine. That's kind of disrespectful. Because as soon as a nigga say a female acting like you want to be a, like, they always say we being masculine, trying to be a nigga.
That's what you get? That's what you get a lot?
I've had it happen before, but I don't get no fuck. Like, I know who I am. Like, come on now, bro. Like, I'm a sweetheart.
You was just masculine right there. Come on.
Nah, that's
bro.
just me being me. I've always been that way, but I'm a sweetheart. Like I'm like, come on, I like squishy, soft shit. Like
You seem like that.
so, like that's your perception. Like we need time to we need to find a way to label certain things better, and it all boils back down to comprehension and processing things. Everything is just mislabeled and misconstrued. We got a lot of undiagnosed mental health care patients out here in these streets too. A lot of people need to be like, what do you say? What's that nigga name? Dr. Umar. A lot of people need to be therapized.
I'm proud. Is that what you said?
They need therapy.
I think it's levels to it. Dudes can't get like too.
Okay? Give me an example of sassy then. That you think this nigga sassy.
I mean, the person who did it to me was like gay, right? But it was a dude.
No, he a regular. He seemed like a regular guy. He don't act gay or nothing.
Well, I was just. This is the only example I had.
That's why you can't put labels on shit. You just never know.
Yeah, but he's a man. At the end of the day, he's a man. But when it came to this situation, it was real girly. Like he basically, I was at work and he tried to correct me for something that you can't correct me for. If this is not a rule, I'm not going for it.
Mm-hmm.
Show me that it's a rule or don't. So he couldn't show me that it was a rule. I called him. I was like, okay, well, show me it on policy and I'll fix it. He went to the back. He came back. He could not find it on policy. He showed me a policy and it wasn't it. I'm like, yeah, this is not included. So whatever. Immediately, he wanted to go to other co-workers and go gossip with them about what's going on. Then he wanted to call his boss and like tattle on me and stuff. It's like, you're being a little girl. Just calm down, bro. Like,
And he was wrong?
He was wrong. He was trying to say I worked in food, but I was bagging chips and I had on a necklace, like a small necklace. So he tried to say I gotta take my necklace off. It was
maybe he was having a bad day and just needed some minutes.
He wanted to bother me. He wanted to bother me. But my name was a plate, a metal plate, and then like the only thing that I had was diamond chips in my stuff. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing that's gonna fall into these chips right here. So you cannot prove that I have to take off my necklace. Nothing right here says I have to. And even when he called the boss was like, okay, like,
the fuck you call
yeah, like she bagging chips, like she's okay, what's the problem? And then he basically asked me like, yo, well, can you just take it off? I was like, if y'all put it in a policy, I will. But as of right now, no, I won't. But I will remove myself from bagging chips. Because that's what I did immediately. I was like, okay, well, I won't bag chips. I'll go do this instead. Mm-hmm. No, you need to do this. No, I don't. You need to go fix yourself. So that was just too girly. First of all, you want to gossip with people. You're a manager. You gossiping with front of house workers about this situation. You're acting like a little girl. And then you want to tattletale. That was just too much. It's real.
That was sexy.
Yeah. He's a B word.
Some things.
Yeah, emotionally.
Stop
I can't
bringing
help
shit
it.
to work to things that don't got shit to do with shit.
But when you comfortable with yourself, people who aren't comfortable with themselves be thrown off and they just be trying to disturb your peace.
It's the world. I like to go where I go and come home.
Mm-hmm. I mind my business. I'm like, we have fun.
Okay, what y'all think about this? DJ Envy, he allowed his wife to go on a girls trip for 21 days. What y'all think about this?
I don't know. That's like triple question mark.
That's cool. What was she doing?
Who was she with?
That's all it was saying. I mean, that's the clip I caught. It was just like a few seconds. He was like, my wife went on a
You ain't thoroughly look into it?
I mean, I ain't finna do all that. It's just like the thought of that. Like, I mean, I ain't have to get much detail.
What's the parameters there?
Was this a wellness trip? Was this a hiatus? Did you need a break from your marriage?
That's what it sounded like, a break from my marriage. Or
was you trying to do the finesse version of stepping out? Because people do that too.
And that's probably, it sounds like a hall pass. That's what it sounds like to me, because my man is not doing that.
21 days.
He's not doing that. He's barely doing a week.
3 to 5 business days.
You know, yeah. No.
That's too much. I thought it was too.
Yeah.
I wonder what she allowed him to do that.
I wouldn't even have fun after a while. I'm like, where is my man? First, and then it's like, you're gonna go to be married, for whoever feel like sex is not important, to be married and you going 21 days on your own, that means for
Without
21
your
days
partner.
you not having sex. That no.
Did you bring a toolkit with you on this trip?
No, because she gonna be hitting something while she out there. No way.
Something.
No way.
Damn.
Unless she working.
Just
like,
damn.
You gotta be working.
The mind be wondering.
Okay, yeah, and did y'all hear about the ex-Tuscaloosa basketball player? He killed a girl on the strip because she wouldn't talk to him.
It wasn't him though. Well, allegedly. It was his gun, but his friend, you know they from DC? They from where I'm from and stuff. But it was his it was his homie or whatever, or I don't know what their relationship is, but it was the other person, but it was his gun. He gave the person the gun.
From what I was reading, it was saying like the guy who got charged, it was his gun. Because they don't have an accessory in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
They get the other guy was his gun and he gave it to the basketball player. Mm-hmm. From what I understood.
Nah, what the basketball player admitted to was it was my gun, but I didn't shoot it. So they got them both on there, I guess, because they don't believe in accessory or what have you. But he admitted to it being his gun, but he said I didn't shoot it.
I must have read that shit wrong.
I mean, but you could have read an earlier post because it was like the following day. Yeah, that he said that.
So do y'all got any like horror stories where a guy went too far when you ejected him?
Not really. I just got scared. Dude tried to talk to me. He got too close, and I was like, "That's cool right there where you at." He got attitude. Then he rode the same bus as me, and I started freaking out because he was still on the bus as it got closer to my stop. And I was like, "God, this nigga better get off the bus before I get off. Well, I'm riding to the end of the line until that bitch loop back around."
Did he get off?
He did. He got off the stop before mine. But dudes would do that, like. Growing up riding MARTA, I would have to, I listened to music on the bus, but sometimes I would ride with no music playing with headphones in so that they can think that I'm listening to music and not paying attention to them. And there's I had to ignore a lot of passes because niggas be being weird. And literally they will cuss you out and treat you all kinds of weird when you don't give them no attention. Like, damn, was all of that when you was hollering at me, you weird ass motherfucker?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes a girl could be fat or you could think she ugly, but niggas still be trying to hit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they'll fuck a hole in the mud if it felt good.
Yeah, so, I mean, they just express the truth when you ain't
That ain't the damn truth. The nigga just mad he got rejected. A lot of people don't know how to take rejection.
But niggas do be spilling out the truth that he ain't trying to get on your good side.
Okay, we get on you with your tired ass drawers and your homeboy pants that you wearing, and the fact that you ain't got no job and y'all motherfuckers ain't putting no bus fare on the bus. You just hopping on when the driver get off. Then what? Fuck you doing at the bus stop for? Y'all splitting cigarettes and shit. You got the nerve to holler at somebody?
Them niggas you fuck with.
Them niggas is not what I fuck with. Them niggas be the niggas at the train station. That's why they at the train station.
Yeah, them different type of niggas.
Yeah. Don't be trying to put that nasty ass shit on me, sir.
I ain't putting nothing on you.
Them the niggas you fuck with. That's what you said.
That's what you said.
I don't want to get another bad review again. Okay.
Right.
Bad reviews.
Okay. It's a quote. It say, "My loyalty kept me in some situation that my common sense should have took me out of." So give me an example.
Back to those stories in the beginning. Like a lot of newer women that I spoke to about what I was going through. Like one of them, I consider her OG. She was like, first of all, you ain't supposed to be fucking with no nigga that don't listen to you. You should have been gone right then and there.
Okay.
So, but because I'm loyal, I want to see the end result of things. I also love you and I care about you, so I'm gonna stick beside.
Nope. I
Never.
ride
I
and
won't do
die.
that no
I
more.
ride and die.
I don't want to ride and die no more,
Every
baby.
time I ride,
I die. I ain't got no more rides, baby. I ride a bike. Ain't no 2 seats.
Okay,
on
a
this bike. Like,
unicycle.
I'm done with that shit.
Ain't no handlebar. You can't even get
It's better to have love than not at all. But anything that I went through in my past with a nigga I never want to go through and would never allow myself to go through again.
I mean, you can't control it, right?
Shit, me. You live and you learn, right? What they say, you know better, you do better. So you see a whole bunch of red flags, baby. That don't mean you take a trip to Six Flags. That means it's time for you to get the fuck.
She's funny. She's funny.
This is not the Grand Prix. Flag on the play. When the Lord throw that flag down the motherfucking middle of the court, down the middle of the field, flag on the play.
This is a good
Flag
episode.
on the play.
Y'all both had one. That was good.
Flag on the play.
She said when you see a bunch of red flags, that don't mean you go to Six Flags. Like, what? Yeah, that was pretty good. I like it.
No.
She a poet. You ain't even know it.
Bars.
Bars.
Okay, a situation you had to pray about that it seemed like it would be impossible to make it through.
Dealing with having to make the choice to terminate my child. Dealing with the loss of my grandmother. Just, growth. Just that's a lot.
Yeah.
Praying to be better because sometimes we feel like we don't know if we truly can. Because like when you like a good person and everything, you be feeling bad for having to be a certain way with people. And you gotta pray your way away from that. Like, no, you just protecting yourself. So yeah, shit like that. Like, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to treat people like that. I don't want to have to come off like that. And you be like, man, fuck all that. You gotta do what's best for you. Motherfucker who love you and respect you and care about you knows not to step to you a certain way. So stand on that shit.
Okay, gangster.
You ever been through that? Had to pray your way through a situation?
Yes, my brother said a good one, my upbringing.
Talk about it.
I'm crying.
No, I'm not praying about something. I mean, I mostly pray like appreciating stuff.
Yeah,
I know
that's a big one.
I'm always gonna get through it. Like,
Humbleness.
I always get through it, so I don't pray to make it. I just feel like I am anyways.
I feel the same.
Yeah, that's one way to put it when it comes down to my upbringing, big bro.
Like, you always gonna make it?
Yeah, it's gonna be better days. Things are gonna get better. You have to know things are gonna get better. That's where your faith comes into play.
Absolutely.
Okay, okay, give me like a good and a bad memory. A good and a bad memory that hits a little different, like as the years went by.
Good and bad memory that hits different as the years go by. That's a lot of memories. Let's see. Okay. I remember when I was in elementary school and I decided not to come home. I just wanted to stay and hang out at school. And I got in trouble and my aunt was there and she got a hold of me and she whooped my ass in front of the school.
Okay.
Whooped my whole ass in front of the school.
Like a paddle?
No, she had a whole belt. I was little. So a lot of times you could just pick me up by my ankle or my goddamn wrist and just in front of the school. And like now it's kind of funny. Like it's funny as fuck. But back then I was really embarrassed. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? I don't know what it is about black parents. Like, embarrassment is not a good form of punishment. It's just not.
Don't it make you not do it again though?
Ain't it's better than get like beat with an extension cord, right?
We got beat with everything.
But that's better than the extension cord.
That is trauma.
Yeah.
I'm not beating my child with no extension cord.
But
I might put you through a wall if you do some shit that makes me have to do that, but I don't ever want to have to go there with my children.
You
like,
embarrassed
if my son, no, it's just, no, I'm not finna just humiliate you in front of the world like that, in front of anybody.
Independent. I feel what you're
You
saying.
gonna know that
what
you
they
fucked up, and I'm gonna fuck you up when I get home. But in front of all of these people, I'm not gonna do that.
I don't think I would ever beat a kid in front of the school or nothing like
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
I might embarrass you for sure. Like if you do the wrong thing, especially like middle school, high school, don't play with me.
Exactly.
I will be up there and I will embarrass you in front of all your friends that think you cool.
It depends on how bad it is.
Yeah.
Cause when you, that red light shit. Like, why did you knew better? You knew what the consequence was gonna be. Like, that's why I'm like,
need everybody around you to understand what's coming.
yeah, that's a little bit different versus you just plainly trying to humiliate. Like, I remember, like in middle school, this boy, he big old class clown. I didn't know what he was going through at home. But when his mom came up there, I felt so bad for him. You remember on Bad Girls Club with the y'all ain't get no sleep because of y'all?
Yeah.
She did that, but she had on like some dirty ass flip flops. It was 2 different flip flops. Hair was all fucked up. Bonnet was leaning. Dirty ass nightgown. Talking some, I smell like turkey meat. I smell like turkey meat. This was at Bear Creek. I was like,
that's doing too much.
That is. Now you playing with children.
Like, why would you do that to a kid? I felt so bad for him. Like,
I bet he won't fuck up no more.
oh hell no! I would want to be emancipated immediately, effective immediately. I would have been in the counselor suite. Like, get me out of here.
Nah, he ain't going nowhere.
I ain't my mama no more. I'm my mom.
I'm cracking her. I had classmates or like in the same grade as me. Their father was a DJ on a radio station. Like, we knew who he was when he came through. I don't know what they did. I couldn't tell you what they did, but I know that we was at lunch, and you remember back then, like, your cafeteria was still like the place where the stage and everything was at too.
So that was the shit.
What? He took them kids behind that curtain on that stage, and all you heard was stuff knocking. Like, that's all you heard.
That would have been funny.
We didn't even want to talk. We was scared. We was like, damn, they keep killing them. They came out, they ain't do nothing else. I was like, I ain't doing nothing either.
Yeah, drums and shit, snares,
chairs, the desks. Like, he was knocking them through some stuff.
Sheesh, that's kind of funny.
We was scared.
I would take that over the turkey meat lady.
Definitely. I mean,
terrible.
Yeah. I got spanked though. It wasn't that bad. Like, my dad came up there, you know, he had to call in and work.
So now he pissed.
And we standing out the classroom.
That would be funny too.
My principal brought in the paddle, and you had to put your hands on the desk, and everybody's just looking at you like this.
Oh, that's crazy. That's a different era right there.
Yeah, and the principal, they would spank you too. But it was like sometimes.
We had a principal like that. Like, it was a family unit. Like he didn't just beat us. Well, I never got beat by him because I wasn't no badass kid. But if he had permission from the parents, because back in, like, when I was originally being brought up, like in the early years of my elementary school, we were a family unit. You know, it was truly a village. The neighbor, like, school was our family outside of, you know, at home. Like, kids who didn't have a family at home, they had family at school. So it was normal, like, because it really do take a village to bring these kids up.
It do. Our teachers couldn't hit us or nothing like that, but they talk to your parents. Like, on middle school, they was calling in the middle of class, like, yo, I'm like,
and I told my mom that it didn't hurt right when the principal, and she told her, and she was like, well, I be hitting them hard as I can.
yeah.
But it wasn't hurting them. Okay,
not I hit them hard as I can.
Damn.
Last time you expressed how you feel and it was used against you.
That happens a lot. I think people just do that shit.
It's normal, you think?
I think it's become normalized, but you gotta check that shit. Like, why would you weaponize my feelings?
Because they hurt.
Right. So because I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm telling you how I feel. I'm not trying to antagonize you. I don't even like being no victim. I'm just telling you how I feel. Like, any real ass person is going to express their feelings and how you made them feel. But that don't mean you flip that shit. Like, because then you're going to get mad if I do it to you. Then you're going to be like, every time somebody I try to, you know, express myself, somebody do A, B, and C. I'm like, oh, but you do it to other people.
Give me an example of them flipping it on you. Like how did the conversation go?
Like, okay, you ever felt like you got to walk on eggshells with somebody?
Hell no.
But I have.
I don't feel like that. I ain't walking on no motherfucking eggshells. Like, because I'm getting tired of being told that my words are heavy and I can't talk to a person a certain way, but everybody can talk to me certain, like, however they want to. Like, fuck that. Like, I really mean that. Like, fuck that. Because I know that I try to communicate in the best ways and healthiest ways possible, and I have an understanding of how my mouth can be. And if I have come off wrong, sometimes, like, unintentionally, sometimes we can come off in a way that a person can take as disrespect. Let me know that so I can correct it. But what you're not finna do is think that you're gonna talk to me in every kind of way. I try to have a healthy conversation. I check you on your shit, and then you try to justify what you did by flipping my words to fit your crazy ass narrative.
Give an example of it.
Okay, so like okay.
Can't remember.
I do. I'm trying to pick a scenario. Okay, we're friends, right? And
Okay, for me.
okay, we friends, right? I'm like, hey, you ghosted me. I'm sorry, I was going through life. You leave a person alone, right? So he's like, okay, I'm gonna leave them alone so they can, go through whatever they're going through and everything. And then they use that to justify not wanting to talk to you. And then you hit them up just to check on them, and they respond, but then another whole bunch of time goes by. And then next time they hit you up, they need something. And you're like, hey, I got you, but why haven't I heard from you? Then it's a whole bunch of bullshit. And it's like, all you had to do was communicate. I'm just saying that. It's not that I don't got you, but I haven't heard from you. You
so
can't.
They mad at you because
you just want to know what the fuck is going on, or you genuinely trying to check on them and they blow up about it. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, people be caring about people.
I'm saying he probably didn't want to say, I don't fuck with you like that.
But you need me for something.
Yeah, he needs you, but I don't fuck with you like that. So instead of saying that, he gonna get mad, and I guess he have a comeback to say something, I guess, to make you feel okay with what he was doing. So he just went off on you.
I don't think that's okay.
No, it ain't. But but you shouldn't have did. For a motherfucker who do that, get the fuck away from him, man. Motherfucker just coming back.
Like, I'm like, just because everybody going through shit, and I'm like, I'll be going through a lot of shit, and if I can still find time to check on my people, you know what I'm saying, and try my best to communicate, I don't really have no crazy ass excuses like that, and I'm not gonna blow up on nobody that I feel like care about me. Like, and people have done that when they hurt, and that's called defense mode. I used to be real defensive growing up because nobody understand. I felt like didn't understand what I was going through. So, shit, I was just like, why you this? Why you that? Why you want to know all that? Like, you don't know shit. Like, what the fuck do you want? Like, so, but as an adult, ain't no reason for that. Like, you don't have to do all that.
Yeah, he don't want you. They act like they do. But.
You love telling somebody who want them.
Yeah,
What's your zodiac sign?
I mean, because usually, like, if a girl tell me something and they'll be like, what you think? I'll be like, he don't want you if he doing that. And, some women accept it and some women like argue, like, he do. And
but
like,
see,
okay, I ain't even
like,
trying to fuck
it's
with
not
you,
even
like,
about if somebody, it ain't even about if somebody wants you or don't want you. To me, it's a respect thing.
Don't call
You
me
don't fucking respect me. Like, because people in general, I'm not generalizing this into a nigga, but
what?
just you don't respect me. I'm gonna take that as you don't respect me, because I would never do you like that.
I don't think it's respect. It's just like, I don't fuck with you. Like, I ain't gotta respect you or none of that shit. Like, I just don't fuck with you.
So it's still.
That's all. I hate you, but I need you type. Is that on the same note?
That what?
I hate you, but I need you.
I don't hate you. I just need to use you. I don't hate you or like you. I just
You're accessible.
Mm. That's true.
And you sensitive and you just give in to them, and I help you. So of course they gonna keep trying and until you be like, fuck you, nigga. Like, you just gotta cut them off.
That's true.
Okay, I guess we'll wrap it up. Okay, do your thing.
I'm cracking up. Is there anything about you that our audience should know before we close out that maybe we didn't touch on?
Not really. If you'd like some more, if you would like to know more, I'm sleepy. It's late. I'm usually in bed by this time. If you would like to know more, you can contact me, on Instagram at @super_gifted. And I really like turtles.
Snapping turtle.
A snapping turtle.
She fired up. She got bars. She got
Yes.
artists.
She better than you.
I am an artist. I love to
Who got
rap.
the hardest bars? Who you
I don't
think?
know. I
Y'all
want to
can
do
battle?
music with her though.
Yes. Why you gotta put us, try to put us up against each other?
Some people know who better than him. I was just asking.
Hey, I don't see competition.
She reminds me of music that I would make.
She can't. Yeah,
I just like to make
sound.
music.
Yeah, she's like a poet.
You sing too?
Yes.
Let me hear something.
I'm tired.
Okay. You
I
scared?
feel that.
You don't hear it in my voice?
You sound sad, kind of. You sound sad. A little bit.
I sound sad.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, I'm not sad, sugar.
Sugar.
Okay, sweet pea.
Oh yeah, that's how I talk.
Okay. Literally, it's no pressure, man.
Period.
I guess we're gonna see y'all next week, and we out.